Hello guys, okay, got 10 more tips for you. Well, 10, probably more than 10, but hey, who's counting? Here we go for Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. Number 1, cardboard fun. There are so many in this little clip here. I thought I'd throw them all in one go. First of all, as you're going around a map, you will find posters on walls inside rooms. You can apply them to your cardboard box. You're wondering why the hell you do that. Okay, well this is why. You can apply this picture of a pretty girl laying down and go prone while you're in this box, and the soldiers cannot help themselves. They see the picture, think it's a pretty girl. They're obviously insane, but they do it anyway, and it will disarm the soldier. You can actually, while he's looking at the poster, all mesmerised and hypnotised, you can get out the box using the crawl or the dive button and head round behind him and take him out. Another poster you can apply is of an enemy guard. Now this one is slightly different because you've got to go vertical for it to be effective. I mean, as you've got to stand up. So once you've applied it to your box, just stay still, let them come and investigate, and then stand up when they're pretty close. Now they will suddenly go, salute to attention, sir, and you've got a very quick and easy way of taking them out. By the way, cardboard boxes are also practically bulletproof until they're destroyed, so use that as well. Another cool thing is you can use them to slide down a hill. I don't know why either, but it's fun. And I used it to head down and pick up this diamond, which you can pick up items while you're in the box, don't forget that. And once you stand up from sliding down, the box isn't destroyed, so very cool. Fast travelling in this game is possible through the use of a cardboard box. You need to find one of these yellow cargo platforms, and you must make sure that you take off that sign at the beginning of the platform on that post, otherwise you can't do it. Get in the box and it will give you an option to move somewhere. Now you can't move somewhere if you've got nowhere else to go, but you also can't move somewhere unless if there are enemies around, certainly that I've seen. If there are enemies nearby, you can't do. So go off, kill everybody, come back, and you're able to travel to another location. Of course you need to have uncovered 2 of these cargo loading bays, these delivery points. Look out for them on the map. They show up under infrared pretty clearly, but do it, and it's the fastest way to travel around the map. It beats helicopters, horses, everything. Do it. I use the cardboard box to actually slow and stop down vehicles on the road. Just get in it, hide in it. You can do this in advance, of course. Once you're in it, you can dive out of the box. Use the dive button. I've changed my controls around, so for me it's the triangle button, but you want to check your controls to see which is dive. Anyway, do that, get out of it, and the box will remain standing in the road. The enemy soldiers are fascinated by a cardboard box. Why would it be there? Use it as an opportunity to sneak around behind them. You can take them out, of course. One soldier will always be in front of the other. You can take the rear guy, but I chose this moment to actually attach some C4 to the back of the truck, just for a bit of fun. They got back in it as they drove off, blew them up, and lovely, 2 dead soldiers. Couldn't be happier. Brilliant. Alright, number 2. The tips get a little faster and furious as we go on. Number 2, bears. There are many animals in the game. Wolves of sheep. Bears are your worst nightmare, though. They are brutal. So use the dive button when they're charging at you to get out their way. It will take about 10 tranquilizer darts to take them out. But one of the easiest ways to do it, and I haven't recorded it, but I can tell you, is to stand on a rock where they can't reach you. Take them out that easily. It's just it's something you have to have. I mean, everybody needs a bear at Mother Base. So yeah, filth on these guys out and look pity upon their poor faces as they fly up into the heavens. And number 3, radio men. Just a quick tip when you're taking over an enemy base. Okay, the guys with the radios will call in for reinforcements and support, and they'll alert all the other guards around, all the other soldiers around you. This is what they look like. Certainly the ones I've come across so far. They've got the radio mast on their backpacks with a little red flashy light at the top, so you can't really miss them, but watch out for them. They're a nightmare. Make them your priority. Okay, number 4, supplies really hurt. Okay, I found out the hard way by standing under one right there. But it's a quick way of picking them all the items up that you've had called in. But remember, if it hurts you, it will hurt other people, including your horse. Yeah, I did this for demonstration purposes only. And the horse was fine. No real animals were harmed in the making of this video. Oh, yeah, it does look like he suffered there. But anyway, you can use the supply drop to actually take out and stun enemies on the field. You've just got to target where it's being dropped, and of course There's nothing wrong with doing that. Nothing wrong with harming your horse just like that. You can actually dive straight at your horse and push them over, a bit like horse tipping, like cow tipping, but with horses. Yeah, I'm sorry. Number 5, defecation. How do I explain this without sounding a little bit weird? Once you've built up some trust with your horse, you can command it to shit on your enemy, basically. Or, well, okay, you would command it to defecate. Whether you put an enemy soldier under its backside or not is your choice. But using the defecate is useful. It will ward off other animals in the area because they smell the horse poo and they don't like it. But it will also, if you lay it down on the road and there's an enemy truck coming along, the truck will slide and slip all over it, and they can crash. Really cool. Number 6, stick 'em up. Okay, a couple of things. When an enemy is stunned on the ground, of course you know you can kick them to wake them back up, but a cool thing you can do is aim at the back of their head or the front of their face with your L2 button. With the L1 button at the same time, you can actually start asking them stuff like spit it out, where are the rest. Really cool. Obviously that's a good quick interrogation technique, but you can also tell them to get down on the ground. Now this is kind of cool because it's much better than a stun or a tranquilizer dart. They will stay there pretty much unless they think their teammates are winning, and then they get back up again, but they can stay there in almost a semi-permanent state of unrest. Another one is you can also get them to just stay down on the ground once you've kicked them and they're already lying down. Again, you can interrogate them while they're lying down, so really, really useful. A couple of different ways of doing it, and a lot quicker than just grabbing hold of them before you obviously get the information out of them and force on them out. Really, really cool. See you later, mate. Okay. Another thing to do is when somebody is actually in this sort of stay down mode, you can't actually carry them out. So you can't lift them and carry them anywhere. So what you need to do is kick them, and that will put them back into stun, so they're passed out, and then you can pick them up. I don't know why you can't carry them while they're still kind of conscious, but anyway, you can't. So take them to a place where you can full-ton them out, take them home, and do what you want with them. Yes, I realise how wrong that sounded. Number 7, rockets. Okay, rocket launchers. When you get the opportunity to, I mean, I've suggested you upgrade your 3 devices, your iDroid and all that, and your full-time balloon. But as soon as you can, get hold of a rocket launcher. There are some missions coming up as you get to sort of mission 7, 8, 9, and a couple of side missions. You will end up needing to use this too. Get hold of a rocket launcher. Simply because you're going to want to take out something a little bigger than a soldier. Okay, trust me, do it and enjoy. Number 8, troublemakers. Now that basically you've full-tonned all these soldiers back to your base, and everybody is slightly different. Everyone has a different personality, but some of these guys are a little bit quirky. So what you can do when you've gone into one of your unit's teams is hit the sort button with the R2 button, and you can highlight the skills. Now that will list them in a certain way, but also change the display to this display here. Reason is it will show you their skills, which shows if they're a troublemaker or not. What you mustn't do is have odd numbers of troublemakers in your squad. 2 troublemakers will cancel each other out. 1 on its own will start causing havoc. Okay, so make sure if that happens, get rid of one and assign him to another squad or something, or just dismiss him. Dismiss him because you don't want to anymore. Alright, number 9, cigars. Okay, the Phantom cigar, you may or may not know, but will pass time very, very quickly. But the tip I wanted to show you is when you're on your enemy base, if you have a smoke, the soldiers, I think, temporarily walk past you while you're having a smoke, and you increase their morale just by doing so. Of course you can increase morale by walking up to them, they salute you, or you can beat them up, whatever. But by having a smoke on on your mother base, it happens automatically for you, very quick and very painless. Number 10, wow, okay, Side Ops 51. After a while, you will come to Side Ops mission number 51. It's to extract the Wandering Soldiers 01. Once you've completed it, you will, and you've also unlocked the medical bay on your mother base. Make sure you go to it. This is the first time I went to it, and as you saw, I was landing there. Was a place with a blue light, above the door. Make your way up to it, and here you go. Once you enter it, there is a cutscene which Metal Gear Solid fans, obviously story fans, will love. But there is a huge moment, a very sort of eye-opening moment, I guess. It's quite a major part of the story. You can read more about it or listen to more about it in the tapes. But once you enter it, I'm just giving you a little teaser here. But hey, I don't want to spoil anything, so... Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so look, I just didn't want to show you what was going to happen. You can enjoy that yourselves. Alright, guys, I hope these tips were useful to you. And if they were, please hit the like button down below. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. That would be awesome. Thank you so much. I will be back soon with more from this amazing game. Thank you, guys, and good night.